Welcome back from Barkeep. Curtis.
Noah, great to be here, man.
Well, I tried to get Noah to call in sick today. Feeling a little under the weather.
I am.
He's not. He's not going to call in sick.
No,
He's here.
I grind, I persevere. But yeah, that's the reason for this hot toddy here instead of Manhattan like you. The sickness got me yesterday afternoon. Pretty worthless night of sleep.
Yep.
Starting to feel like I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like tonight I'm going to sleep probably 10, 11 hours and feel great in the morning. But it's been a rough 24 for me.
Well, this is our first Valentine's Day episode.
Yeah.
And in typical Bourbon Barkeep fashion, we're going to zag where everybody's going to zig potentially. And I think we're going to lean into the barkeep aspect of what the channel is. So what we're going to do is we're going to have all the
Nice.
heartbroken people come on up to the channel.
Belly up to the bar.
We're going to talk about heartbreak, trauma, the ones that got away,
Sure.
the woulda, shoulda, couldas.
Is that the right order?
No, didn't feel right as it came
You want
out.
to try one more time?
No, I'm just going to roll with it.
All right.
And we're just going to be a community here.
Right. Yeah. This is more for, the guys that belly up to the bar, crying into their beverage, and that's what we're going to do tonight.
This is all allowed tonight,
Sure.
today, this morning, wherever you are. So as Noah mentioned, hot toddy.
Yeah. To
I
you
went
guys.
with a Manhattan because I like the glasses that my wife got me for Christmas. So what we
choice.
actually did was a perfect Manhattan.
Okay.
And that's not patting myself on the back. That's actually what it's called when you do half an ounce of sweet vermouth and half an ounce of just dry vermouth.
Okay.
So instead of it being overly sweet, still got
So
your
that's
2 ounces of rye whiskey.
Got a middle of the line vermouth there,
Yeah.
Blend them together. Yeah.
And we're blenders on this channel, as you
Exactly.
saw with Larceny.
Bourbon Barkeep.
Yes. You got your bitters, just a couple dashes.
Okay.
And then you got your Luxardo cherries.
Sure.
You stir, do not shake for the love of God. Stir it. This was stirred. I just didn't want the mic to pick up.
Sure.
And then we're gonna strain nicely. So we're gonna cheers to the ones that don't observe Valentine's Day.
Yeah. That's right. There's some people out there that probably a rough holiday for some,
Absolutely. Little Singles Awareness Day. It's not fun.
It's unfortunate that that acronym is SAD.
You know what? Damn those people and their love. We have other things to hit on tonight.
Sure.
And it's heartbreak
All right.
and loneliness.
So there's 6 or 7 different categories that each kind of signify a different type of broken heart, and we each have a corresponding bottle to that kind of makes us feel that same type of way.
Yeah. So I'll kick us off.
Yeah, do it.
So obviously, not everybody has had all of these heartbreaks. Everybody's had a first love.
Sure.
My first love was Angel's Envy. It was my first kind of classy bottle. It was really good when I first started out. And now she falls a little flat.
Sure.
But that's what middle school, elementary school, you're writing notes back.
Yeah, you're learning.
Do you like me? Check yes or no.
Sure.
You have to go through 5 channels. And this was my first love.
Sure.
Angel's Envy. It's still a beautiful bottle. I would recommend store picks over this one. But like you said, we mature, we grow, and we learn valuable lessons along the way.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, you have to go through, a couple different learning lessons. You have to go through a couple different examples to find out what you really like and what you, truly deep down, what you belong with. So Angel's Envy was just kind of a stepping stone for you. But next category is the blind date. Somebody, maybe an expert in love, or so they self-proclaim, tried to set you up with somebody. And I'll lead us off here. So my blind date was Maker's Mark. Everybody says, Maker's Mark, really quality brand. They have a few different lines and offerings that you can kind of explore different avenues with.
So are we talking like the whole brand? You were set up with
Maker's
5 or
Mark.
6 people?
That's why we don't have a specific bottle out here. Excuse me.
Oh, so you went like speed date with Maker's Mark.
I haven't enjoyed a Maker's Mark probably as much as people say I should.
Maybe it's just the wax.
That's my choice. Yeah, the blind date didn't work out that well for me. It's not to say that a blind date in the future won't, but Maker's Mark missed the mark. For a quick little pun. I know I might be running a fever, but I can still zing those in there.
All right. So my experts, they sent me up with Russell's Single Barrel. When we were first kind of getting into bourbon, we watched a lot of channels.
Okay.
I heard the tasting notes of Russell Single Barrel. I was like, huh, that's for me.
Sure.
And then I paid about $65, $70 for this. I cracked it open. I said, that's not for me. There is something about the Russell Single Barrel that just doesn't fit it with my tongue. And I think it may be the licorice. I've tried 2 different bottles. They're supposed to be pretty like, hey, we all taste the same even though we're a single barrel.
Sure.
Unlike some other single barrels out there. And yeah, this is a lot of licorice and not here for it.
Sure. Well,
Damn it.
yeah, I, you know, you're married and I have a long-term girlfriend, so hopefully the whole blind date thing is a thing of the past and we won't have to deal with that in reality. But
I can imagine.
yeah, like I said, I'm sure somebody's going to suggest something to me in the future that is just not a fit that, you know, they thought should have been. So, all right, so next category, it's not just timing category. So what this means to me is try it once and just does not work out in any sense of the word, any sense of that phrase. And then, you know, maybe months, even years down the line, you know, I'm going to give this another chance. Maybe it was just kind of like, you know, things weren't right with our timing. I wasn't mature enough. You were mature enough at the time.
Yeah, maybe your laugh won't annoy me as much as what it will now.
Maybe you've grown up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you revisit, and it's still just horrible.
You hang out,
So,
you
yeah.
go to dinner, she does that.
Wow.
And you're like,
you went for that.
no,
Yeah.
I still cannot
And
handle this.
yeah, oftentimes it's even worse. You're like, oh wow, this was a complete waste of time. Yeah. So my submission, George Dickel 15. My oh my, is this horrible. Starting off with the fact that it's 80 proof, I don't know if I've ever encountered a bourbon that's that lame in terms of punch.
I tell you what, we reviewed the 13 bottled in bond.
Yeah.
And really
was
enjoyed it,
pretty
actually.
good, yeah, especially for the price.
And then I think one of us went out and we were like, dude, it's a 15 year.
I'm like a 15-year bottle. That's got to be really, really good.
Absolutely. Picked it up. About
Lifeless.
65, I think.
Yeah, lifeless. And it was a fresh crack when I first tried it, so I'm like, okay, you know, 3-4 months had passed, and I'm like, maybe this has opened up a little bit.
Yep.
Got, you know, beneath the neck of the bottle. Poured it again. Yeah, no, it didn't really do itself any favors the second time around either.
No. I would describe it as dirty water with someone dumping in half a bottle of liquid smoke.
Yeah, I like that.
There's no way around it.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah. So the George Dickel 15, it's not just timing.
No, not just timing.
They're just not a fit.
I have gone on a date with this bottle a handful of times. She's beautiful. She seems very elegant. And then I open her up and I think, what a mistake all of this was.
Sure.
I've mentioned her before. It's the Willet 4-year rye. People seem to really like
It
the
is
Willet
such
rye.
a beautiful bottle.
Oh, it's elegant.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful green. It's shiny.
It's like a nice, tall, slender woman.
I like shiny things.
Sure.
And this is shiny, and I try it 3 to 4 times now, and I hate myself every time because I'm like, wow, I just wasted calories, time, effort, thought, life, and I want to take it back, and I can't.
Yeah. Well, no, you can't.
No,
Can't get that time back, but what we can do is learn.
yeah, I can learn, but I cannot take her back.
There's no third try.
Damn you. And I'm going to try her again. I know it.
All right, so
Please.
pardon my French for this next category. Kind of tried to figure out a different way to say this. I kicked around the floozy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of great 1920s terms that we could have used, and I don't think that's our demographic.
Right, we settled on the slut.
Yeah, we went there.
So this basically tells me, hey, what's a bottle that absolutely everybody loves?
Or has loved.
Has loved.
Has
Sure.
loved.
And it doesn't even really need to be necessarily a negative. But you never really marry the slut.
No, you don't take her home.
And like
Mom.
you can enjoy the slut as much as everyone else. So my slut
Just
is the tried and true Buffalo Trace bourbon. And like I said, I enjoy Buffalo Trace.
absolutely.
This is not the bottle I'm going to die on a hill for, though. That's
Literally,
for sure.
everybody enjoys Buffalo
Yeah.
Trace.
So she is well traveled. And
Well,
like I
she's
said,
a buffalo. I
sure,
mean,
that's true. They migrate, right?
they literally call it Buffalo Trail.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
she's definitely well traveled.
But yeah, so like I said, it doesn't have to be negative, but you're not hitching your wagon to a widely beloved bottle. I'd like to think I have a little more depth than that in my bourbon experience. So,
but once again, you revisit.
Sure.
You know?
Exactly. Just to make sure she's still the same old girl.
Well, my Slut is the rare breed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fantastic bottle.
Sure.
The problem is when we come up with these tiers and these lists of, hey, let's do best bottle under 60.
Mm-hmm.
It's always rare breed on every channel.
Sure.
So then I don't want to do rare breed, but then it makes it look like I don't like rare breed.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I would Slut out for rare breed, but I need to give options to you all as well.
Right.
So when you look at 8 other channels and it's all rare breed, that doesn't help you.
Right.
So we do avoid rare breed because everybody loves rare breed.
Yeah. Agreed. Cool.
The Slut.
The Slut.
Welcome.
The Floozy.
Good for you.
Yeah. All right. So that leads us into our next category, and that is the Flake.
Oh, the Flake.
So what this means to us is the bottle that used to be pretty dependable on, or I guess pretty dependable, I guess is what I'm looking for there. And for whatever reason, past 1, 2, 3 years, however far you want to go back,
Yep.
they've been impossible to track down.
Oh, well, mine's the Colonel.
The Colonel.
I love the Colonel. This was what, $40, maybe $50.
And it's such a great bottle.
It's a fantastic bottle. It has a ton of depth. It's what I kind of want my $50 bottle to be.
Sure.
I can't find him. He's just gone
Yep.
at this point. And now, if I want to find the Colonel, he's out there with his tail feathers at $150.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. I just missed my $50 Colonel.
Sure.
That's all. So I go in there and I look. He's nowhere to be found.
Great submission.
The Flake.
The Flake, great submission. Similar vein as you, I'm going with the popular Eagle Rare, popular so much as to where I haven't found this on a shelf in a store in probably close to 2 years. And it used to be, you walk in once every 5 trips to the liquor store, they got a full stock.
Absolutely.
10 of them up there. Grab one. So I get there 3, 4, 5, 6 times a year and be able to grab a
I
bottle.
wasn't even limit one.
Right.
God.
And I haven't seen it, like I said, since probably mid-2022.
Saw this on a shelf today, $175. Unacceptable.
But yeah, so similar to Colonel, it completely disappeared. Not sure why. Nothing's really changed other than, maybe popularity has increased even more, but it was already popular to begin with.
Still, my Lord. Come on, Buffalo Trace.
The Flake.
Let's be there.
The Flake.
I tell you what, the Flake may be the one that angers me the most.
Sure.
To where you're like, you're trying to be a gentleman,
Well-
take her out to dinner, and she's like, I'm busy.
A challenger to the one that
nothing.
angers me the most is our next category,
Whoa.
and that is the Gold Digger.
Well, please, you let us in. Go for
Okay,
it.
so yeah, my submission, Henry Mckenna. Delightful bottle, right?
To take the people all the way back, this was whiskey of the world, essentially, at $35.
Yeah.
And now we're here at $65.
75. That's what I've been seeing it on the shelf, $75.99.
Unacceptable.
And
It's been sitting.
I can't get myself to buy it again. It's like I said, it's a great bottle, really, really enjoy it, but it's just completely shot up in value to the point where it pisses me off seeing it on a shelf. Shake my head in disgust and leave.
It's not 65.
No.
It's not 65, let alone 75. No.
All right, hit me with it.
Mine may be more outrageous. Midwinter.
It's so frustrating because I love it so much.
It's so good. We're also barely 100 proof. And you're asking $180. $180. No. Yes, it's great juice. Yes, it makes me feel like it's Christmas time. I can't drink you in June. So now I just stare at your beautiful bottle. I'm like,
Wow.
why did I pick you up at 180? Damn you.
It's like an expensive prostitute.
This was like, how much was this? This was like $75. Not even 4 or 5 years ago I got it.
Yeah,
180?
it's despicable is what it is.
The Gold Digger. You take her out on a date, she orders 3 entrees, 2 to go.
That's the one, this category I think is the one that frustrates me the most because it's all just greed is what it is.
Yes.
We have one category left, correct?
We have one category left, and this one goes out to the good guys.
Yeah.
You hustle, you do your job, you work on yourself, and guess what? She just never gave you a chance, man.
She never even looks you in the eye.
You weren't creepy.
No.
You were just trying to talk
even
to her.
respectful. Yeah.
Yeah, so what? You wanted to smell her hair. She shampoos it for a reason.
It's oddly specific to your little hair example there.
My one that never gave me a chance, Technically, I got 2 because I feel like people are going to be like, oh, well, it's a craft distillery. Yes, 13th Colony Doubled Oak is a craft distillery. I saw all these people tasting it, smiling it, around the country, ranking it top 3rd in their list, and I didn't get any chance at it. I even texted a buddy down in Atlanta, hey, can you find this for me? He said, no, I cannot. It's nowhere to be found. For the comment section, they're like I said, they're a craft distillery. They don't have the distribution. Fine. Jack Daniel's 12-year. Is that big enough for you? Couldn't find him. He was everywhere. It tasted like a root beer float. This is the best juice I've ever had. This is the perfect 107 proof. I couldn't find him. And all I wanted to try was Jack. And I would be nice to him and sweet to him and say nice things and sweet things to him and pay for his dinner and nothing.
Sure. Let me give you a second. Yeah, I was going to say, you worked up a sweat there. So my submission is, I mean, is he a myth? Is he even real? And that is George T. Stagg. I know he has offspring. It's like, you remember, the story of Achilles?
Oh, yeah.
Like, Achilles has been documented.
Brad Pitt.
Whether Homer made him up is, a story for another day. But the legend, the myth goes that Achilles had a mother that was actually a goddess. So that leads me into kind of a weird roundabout metaphor.
I can't wait to see how you wrap this up.
Stagg Jr. obviously exists. I have bought a bottle. You have tried the bottle.
I have the label.
The father, I don't know if it even exists. I've never seen it, heard of anyone who's seen it. I'm kind of giving up hope that I'll ever find that bottle anywhere unless I want to pay $5,000 for a secondary market. And what's going to show up in my door, I have no clue.
Is it watered down? Is it spiked with heroin?
Is it a different bourbon just put in that bottle?
Could you imagine?
Well, this had kind of a weird mental effect for me. Now I'm just kind of in a bad mood.
I told you, I set the theme to where I was like, we're going to work through some stuff here. So, thank you all for joining. In the comments section, what bottles broke your heart? What traumas do we need to work through? Quick shameless plug. If you joined our Patreon, we could send you 2 ounces. So that's up there. Some fun free stuff. Let's see.
Other than that, like and subscribe. We kind of told ourselves maybe we should start saying that at the beginning, and we forgot this week. So
I was so excited to talk about broken
hearts. It is what it is. We did hit 100 subscribers, which was exciting for us. We've been at this for a little while now, so that was pretty rewarding to see. And
when you're putting in the grind and the money, the small milestones matter.
Sure. Always do.
Yeah.
Little wins, man. Little wins add up to big wins.
For all the people out there that are brokenhearted, work on yourself.
Yeah, find yourself a win.
This is you.
Internally.
Yeah. And when you find her, don't let go. Sometimes there's not better, especially for you.
Jesus, man.
That was so generic.
to you guys, you're going to need it. Cheers, guys. Appreciate it.